Fleeing the violence of Haiti, women take extraordinary risks to survive their pregnancies.
The smell coming out of that bus is practically unbearable.
And to give their unborn child a chance at life. With Haiti's shattered healthcare system and its deadly gangs, the Dominican Republic is thought to be a safe haven. But the reality is a crackdown on Haitian migrants. The Dominican Republic in the Caribbean is a tourist paradise, with its sandy beaches and crystal clear waters. But the country also shares the same island as Haiti, one of the poorest and most dangerous countries in the world, with violent gangs vying for power. I'm heading to the border between the two countries, where there is a humanitarian crisis unfolding. Every day, hundreds of Haitians cross the border illegally, escaping gang warfare, crumbling public services, and the highest rate of maternity and infant mortality in the Western Hemisphere. This border town called Dajabon in the Dominican Republic is where many Haitians flee to in the hope for a better life. But in the last 2 years, there's been a tightening of the border security by the Dominican Republic's president. He's invested in a heavy military presence to keep Haitians out. For those who do manage to get here, public services are difficult to access, and without Dominican ID, there is the constant fear of being deported. I'm going to meet Meme, a 23-year-old Haitian girl that has been living in Dajabon for the past 4 years. Today, she's nearly 9 months pregnant. But at the end of 2022, she had a miscarriage due to the lack of medical attention here. She hopes this time the story is different for her and her unborn baby. Meme. Hola.
Hola.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
¿Cómo estás? Bien?
Bien.
Meme tells me she left Haiti because of the violence and extreme poverty around her.
Bagay chè moun ap mouri. Baka l'école, misère grand goût. Dis ça non.
But there is a threat to Meme's healthcare here in the Dominican Republic too. She doesn't have Dominican ID and so can't access the medical services she needs.
Estos papeles dicen que ella estaba con una emergencia médica y el hospital no la atendió.
Yo te voy dans l'hôpital en bas pour urgence, yo pas vle malé me fait plusieurs voyages pour journée ou pas vle. Malé dans DMSDF ou pas vle, mal encore, le mo pas vle aller tcha.
She also fears that at any moment immigration officers could remove her from her home and deport her back to Haiti. A risk that increases every time she goes to hospital.
Oui, m'pè. M'pè. Vilan de ici a moun baka vive à l'aise pour pas pè. Nous pas so pas légal non pè. Sou te légal, bon même ko légal y a broto ya l'avant. Wap toujours pè.
One of the only places that Meme can get basic help is a walk-in clinic.
¿Y cuando tú sacaste la otra vez era mucha sangre?
L'autre baissant, plus son téval.
Pourquoi chaque clem pipi toujours avec ça?
Ou quand il y a ce pipi.
¿Ella tiene infección de orina entonces?
Ou infection. Sí.
They monitor her progress but don't have specialist staff or equipment to scan her. Meme has been referred to the local hospital again.
¿Qué cantidad de mujeres haitianas pasan por acá, por este centro médico?
Muchas. El mes que pasó, 38 vimos.
Last count, over 60% of babies born in this border area in the Dominican Republic were to Haitian mothers. And despite the government here allocating funds for treating migrants, even this doctor blames Haitians for putting a strain on the health system.
¿Y ustedes?
Entonces nosotros, lo de nosotros se acaba rápido porque también tenemos que ir a ellos. Es compartido.
While Meme considers going to hospital again, I meet Milo, a pregnant 28-year-old Haitian who has been living in the Dominican Republic for 2 years. Her baby is due soon and she's on her way to the local hospital. She feels she's taking an extra risk and she's heard of people deported while they've been in hospital. It's a risk she's prepared to take. The soldier removes Milo from the hospital.
¿Cuál es, señor? Disculpe, ¿cuál es la orden? Que no se puede, mujeres embarazadas no pueden entrar.
De la dirección. Perdón, buenos días. Vengo de parte de la dirección del hospital. Dice la directora que deben de cuidar afuera para que ellas no pasen.
Sí, pero que uno no puede agredir a ningún momento, ni ponerle la mano, porque ellas vienen a la mano.
She's taken into a waiting room to help her calm down, but she's not allowed to see a doctor. Milo says she feels helpless.
L'hôpital m toujou ap jweni milasyon, l'hôpital la m toujou veni. Mwen vle pou m fin akouche, pou m fini nan bagay sa, paske m pe honte.
Intimidation of pregnant Haitian women trying to get medical care in the Dominican Republic has been condemned by the UN. When women like Milo are turned away from hospital, they have no choice but to give birth elsewhere. Schneider is 2 months old. His mom Fania went to hospital when she was in labor, but she couldn't get past the gates as she didn't have Dominican ID. So she was forced to have him in her basic shelter, which has no electricity or running water, with her 2 other young children present.
Mwen kriye en pile, lè sa. Ba la fè mal, et puis yo fè min la kay mwen, kom vin soufri la kay mwen. Si moun nan bwed lo nan passage, c'est quand bay la mari coule tellement fait trop temps dans votre moi, il te manqué mourir. Que mwen couché.
She shows me exactly where she gave birth.
Comme ça.
¿Tú diste a luz acá?
Que le bébé.
So why do Fania and other Haitian women choose to come to the Dominican Republic to have their children?
Pays m'pa bon. Y'a tiré moun, y'a boulé, y'a fait ci, y'a tiré, et puis me pays a chaud la manifestation. Même de là pas bon c'est y'a maltraité nous. Nous pas dans courir chaque soir pour la rue. Bandi pas comme aider nous bail. Comme nous là.
But even if Haitian women deliver their babies safely here in the Dominican Republic, the prospects for their children are poor. The 2 major problems are lack of money and malnutrition. Outside the hospital again, we find Clean, a Haitian grandmother who has a tiny coffin with her. She tells me she brought her severely ill baby granddaughter to hospital. She died. Now she's waiting to collect the baby's body. This is the death certificate of the baby girl that died today. She was 1 year old. Her name was Helene Felix. Here it says that she didn't have an ID number, and it also says the cause of death was severe diarrhea. Clean tells me her daughter, the baby's mother, thought her child would be safe here. When the baby died earlier, the mother was inconsolable and fled the hospital. Clean invites me to the burial that evening. The baby's mother is still missing. Pregúntale si ella pensaba que su nieta tenía un mejor futuro en República Dominicana que en Haití.
No, pour Dominique, yo pille une bonne vie.
Los haitianos no.
No.
The Dominican Republic's government says the crackdown on Haitian migrants is necessary for national security. I meet Colonel Marte Rodriguez, who takes me on a nighttime patrol of the border. ¿Y el tema de la migración se ha vuelto una prioridad para el ejército?
Para el presidente.
Para el presidente.
Sí. El tema migratorio, ahora mismo, a nosotros como ejército de República Dominicana, eso es primordial.
Last year, Dominican authorities sent 200,000 people back to Haiti. ¿Cómo se siente cuando ve a toda esa gente desesperada tratando de escapar de Haití?
Es difícil, pero mi deber. Muy difícil, créame. Y por eso tenemos orden específica de nuestro señor presidente, ministro y comandante general, todo el alto mando, de cero maltrato. Aquí en República Dominicana no existe el maltrato de los haitianos, no existe.
The next morning, the colonel takes me to see the border wall that has been built in the last couple of years to try and stop Haitians coming into the Dominican Republic.
¿Me puede explicar? Está completamente militarizada la frontera. Completamente. Cada 1.6 kilómetros hay un dispositivo militar en cada una de las casetas para prestar seguridad y controlar el traseo de indocumentados hasta la línea dominicana. ¿Cuántos kilómetros de muro hay acá? Tenemos el área, son 25 kilómetros en total. ¿Usted cree que ese muro va a ser suficiente para contener lo que viene de Haití? El muro como tal no, pero con nuestra disposición, dando manera de alta superioridad.
But in Haiti, gang warfare claimed nearly 5,000 lives last year, a country with just 11 million people. And so Haitians are desperate to get to the Dominican Republic. For a few hours a week, they are allowed to enter legally to buy food. Today is market day. Thousands of people cross from Haiti into Dominican Republic to shop for essentials in a local market. Many of them will try to sneak in and stay. I see hundreds of people, truckload after truckload, who have been caught without the correct ID documents. They will be sent back to Haiti, but some then rejoin the border queue and try again. Officials with tasers attempt to stop them. ¿Usted ha identificado gente acá que había sido deportada?
Claro.
For those who are caught, the conditions can be desperate, with people packed into trucks, sometimes spending hours without food and water. For pregnant women, this is especially dangerous. Karina works for a local church and records how people are treated.
Bien aprestado, usted vio la situación con mal olores, de carso, así, mujeres embarazadas, niños ahí, de todo.
¿Y ustedes piensan que esa deportación es humana?
No, esa deportación eso es creíble, eso parece cosas de animal. Te voy a mostrar un video aquí.
Ah, sí. Está desmayada.
Sí.
Wow. ¿Y la deportaron así?
La deportaron así. Ahí le estaban echándole agua y de ahí la trasladaron para
¿Y por qué estaba así?
Con las condiciones que vino en ese camión.
¿Por qué?
Bueno, no es fácil, sin comer, sin tomar agua, también la presión alta.
This treatment is not consistent with what the colonel told me earlier. But the government has also repeatedly said it treats migrants humanely. The other option for Haitians is to pay traffickers to take them through the less militarized parts of the border. But there are police controls here as well. Overnight, a family have been caught. ¿Dónde los han encontrado ellos?
Iban por los montes, saliendo el puesto de chequeo, usan los francos, se van por la zona más boscosa donde no hay visibilidad.
O sea, a esta gente la agarraron cruzando por el monte, digamos, sin zapatos, sin nada, ¿sí?
Sin nada, así como están. Usted puede ver que están llenos de lodo, sucios. Desde anoche están caminando ahí.
Sí, y venían con un traficante de personas, sí, con guía.
Siempre usan uno que como que sepa el camino, en este caso era él, de Poloche Azul, que lo traía a ellos.
The trafficker tells me how much he is paid for a journey, successful or not. 15,000 Haitian gourd is around £90, a lot of money for those living in conflict. Pregúntale qué piensa hacer ahora. We've got permission to cross into Haiti. There was some gunfire across the border last night. We're going to see how things are, but we've got information of a shelter where there are several pregnant women that have been deported in the past few days from Dominican Republic. Yeah, we just crossed into Haiti. Things look a bit different here. You can actually feel the tension. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. The people here have experienced the deadly combination of a catastrophic earthquake in 2010 and more recent political collapse. The last elected president was assassinated and the interim government is crumbling as violent gangs seize more and more control. The UN estimates 300,000 people have left their homes since 2021. This shelter on the border can register up to 800 people a day. It's for those who have left their homes in Haiti and those recently expelled from the Dominican Republic. One pregnant mom was deported just yesterday. She says she was separated from her son and she will go to any lengths to get back to the Dominican Republic to see him again.
On passe ma prévé. Yo dis qu'on passe qu'après le lundi CV, yo n'a pas le vendredi CV.
I wonder if she will make it across. As I leave Haiti, the queue at the shelter continues to increase. Back in the Dominican Republic, I go to one of the neighborhoods next to the border, home to many Haitians and a target for police raids. Hola Nancy, ¿cómo estás? Nancy is an activist working for the rights of the Haitian community here. Mucho gusto. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo has estado? ¿Todo bien?
Todo bien, gracias a Dios. Bienvenido.
¿Qué tal? Estamos cerquita acá a la frontera, ¿no?
Sí, ya eso que tú ves ahí, eso es Haití. Ahí abajo está la zona del muro.
A ver, vamos.
Vamos a ver un poco.
Acá tienes que corregir. She points out one of the poorest and most dangerous neighborhoods just beyond the wall.
Mira, ahora mismo la migración haitiana, después del problema de la banda, de la situación que está imperando en Haití, hay mucha gente pasando hambre. Hay gente que se le pasa 1, 2 y 3 días y no sabe dónde va a comer. Entonces, ¿qué prefieren? ¿Morirse allá o tratar de cruzar para acá? Cruzan para acá.
Nancy tells me Haitians may escape violence, but they have not escaped poverty and are discriminated against. Today she's brought together a group of Haitian mothers frightened because they are unable to get ID cards.
La hija mía, amiga se mete a la noche, no madrugada, a las 3 de la mañana. Se lleva y por todo muchacho chiquito de nuevo.
Esto fue una hija de ella que a las 3 de la mañana entró migración.
Una niña chiquita, lo lleva de nuevo.
Nancy, ¿y cuál es el futuro de estos niños y de esta gente sin documentos, sin identidad y sin un país que...
No tienen futuro. Hay muchas que quieren estudiar enfermería, que quieren ser profesoras, que quieren ser doctores y no pueden.
Haitians have traditionally propped up part of the economy in the Dominican Republic, like in agriculture. Something Nancy says the authorities have forgotten.
La economía de nuestro país ha subido gracias a la mano de obra haitiana. Si en algún momento se prescinde de la mano de obra haitiana, la economía del país va a bajar y va a menguar. No necesitamos.
I meet up with Meme again, who has decided to try and be seen at the local hospital.
Hola, lo mandaron a la policlínica.
La directora muy bien sabe que no pueden pasar aquí a embarazarse de cualquier tipo de documento.
Pero fue en la policlínica.
Meme was not allowed into the hospital and she is in pain. The guards over there threaten to call immigration, so now she also is in fear. But a few days later, a small miracle. Meme went into labor and tried her luck again at the hospital. A female guard convinced the others to let her in. A few hours later, she gave birth to a healthy son.
Je vais accoucher bien petit, mais malgré que je souffre, mais malaise. Dans la vie, comme ça, c'est bon que je sais passer. Je ne sais pas vous dire, je ne sais pas ça va passer direct.
Their story is a glimmer of hope in an otherwise desperate situation. But until the Dominican Republic recognizes the rights of people fleeing the conflict in Haiti, then women like Meme will struggle to build a life for themselves and their children.